What's going on YouTube? My name is iTalk.
Look at my dad. Whoa, I look like your dad.
Here, and in today's video we have a brand new video. So we are actually taking a step back into another old series of mine. It's not even that old, but this is actually a series that we started talking about in the beginning of season 7, and it's just called Unpopular Opinions, where I ask on Twitter, hey guys, throw me your unpopular Fortnite opinions, and then I answer them and I give my opinion to your unpopular opinions. So let's get right into it. So I put out a tweet saying, send me your unpopular Fortnite opinions. So let's just go down the list, shall we? Okay. So the first one from Tasty, zombies are great. Okay, so I'm gonna decline here. However, I am going to mix it up a little bit. I think zombies are good in the sense that you don't really have to carry much meds on you because they give you shields, so it is really nice to actually just have zombies around to farm, and then you get shields. So ever since the zombies came back into Fortnite, I haven't really needed to carry any shields, sometimes med kits, but besides that, like I feel like I have an extra slot to my advantage that I can use. So in that aspect, yes, I think zombies are a good addition. However, I do not think they are meant for Battle Royale whatsoever. I think that they are way in the way of too many build fights, you know, and it's just, I don't think it's fun to play with. As I said this before, if you want to play with zombies, go play Save the World. I'm sorry, but as much as I like the shield, I'd rather have no zombies that give shield than zombies with shields. I would just rather not deal with zombies. So I understand this is probably for the story, but God, I cannot wait for them to go away soon. So Tasty, thank you for your comment. So from Speedy Jared 6, he wrote, season 3 was one of the best seasons, and honestly I am going to agree with this one. Season 3 was actually the first season I ever started playing Fortnite, and it was the one season that didn't have any gimmicks. Like season 4 had like those crystals that made you like jump higher. Season 5 had like portal rifts, but then again I kind of like the portal rifts. And season 6 had like the shadow stones, and then season 7 we had what, the sword, the planes, like a lot. Like honestly, in my opinion, season 3 was the most fair, and it was kind of the most balanced, even though a lot of people, very 50-50 on this, but a lot of people think that double pump is overpowered, and some want it back because it was the most fun to play and it took some skill to use double pump. And I never really got good with double pump, but I can see that, I could see like why people want double pump back. And during season 3, double pump was a prominent feature in the game, and honestly season 3 for me is one of my favorite seasons as well. And I really want to know what you guys think about this. What is your guys' favorite season? Honestly, would love to know. Mystic Meerkat, the Infinity Blade was a fun addition. Nope. 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 No. 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 I hated the Infinity Blade. I'm so glad it's gone. The Infinity Blade was a terrible addition to the game. Not only was it terrible because of what it did, but it was terrible because this is something that Fortnite wanted to do. They wanted to add more weapons like the Mystic Blade in the game. And their plan was, we're going to start with the Mystic Blade, and then they were going to make more Mystic weapons moving forward, like the Blade. No way. This thing was extremely overpowered. It was not fun to play with. No, just flat out no. It was way too strong, and I'm glad it's gone. Honestly, I respect your opinion, man, but I'm telling you, I hate the Blade. I don't know a single person that liked the Blade. I'm just saying. So from FNSTW News, he said, the game isn't dying. I don't think it's dying. I agree with you. Every game has its own life cycle, right? Every game starts off extremely good, and then it kind of diminishes a little bit. I want to take a really good example for Overwatch, for example. I love this game. This game is one of my favorite games. I actually wanted to go pro in this game. And from when I first started playing it back in 2016, it's not the same game anymore. We have, you know, heroes that counter way too much, and it's just not as fun for me to play. And you know what? Astro Kitty in a recent video actually made a really good point right here.
When I was doing that, I could play Overwatch upwards of 12 hours a day easily. But now, when I stream the game, I'm lucky to get 3 hours in if I don't get tilted, or without getting tilted. Like, it's just a lot more difficult to play it now. Even though I do still love it, it's a lot more difficult now.
It's just not the same game to me anymore. Fortnite is kind of the same thing. I love Season 3 because it wasn't super crazy. Everyone wasn't super good at the game. Everyone was more chill. It wasn't super sweaty every lobby I was in, and it was always a fun time. Now it's like bombarded by a plane, or I get taken out by a guy that's a super sweaty builder, or, you know, and especially with like the chronic RC happening right now where people are trying their hardest to get the best clips. I can't play a game without being in a super sweaty lobby anymore, and it's kind of annoying. And it's kind of unfun, especially when there's zombies in the game too. So it's like you have to worry about super sweaty players, and now you have to worry about super sweaty zombies that just want to focus on you and take away 5 shield every once in a while because they're throwing a snowball at you. You know what I mean? So honestly, I don't even think the game is dying. To be honest with you, it's really not. Every game dies. Every game loses fans. So obviously Fortnite has probably lost fans already. But considering it's still like the #1 game streamed on Twitch, and the fact that they're making so much revenue a year still, it's not dying at all. And even if it was, I don't even notice it dying. I don't think many people even notice it dying. It's just that fun of a game, and they're so intact with their community that they know what they're doing. Now, like I said, I will say when they do things that I don't like the zombies or the Golden Brute spawn or the Infinity Blade, thinking that was a good idea, and letting some people support a creator. Besides all of that, I think what they're doing is a phenomenal job, and this is a game unlike any other. Honestly, this might be a good idea for like a review of Fortnite Battle Royale. That might be a good idea for a video. I'm gonna write that down. From Tyson Glenn, he said, Recon Expert shouldn't be the rarest skin in the game. Okay, this is actually pretty interesting. Now, in my opinion on Rarity, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Rarity, in reality, does not matter. However, I do like some aspects to Rarity. I like how some skins just are rare just because. So Recon Expert shouldn't be the rarest skin in the game. Okay, I don't mind it being the rarest skin in the game. It's one of the skins that Epic just realized, like, you know what? Everyone likes Rarity in this game, or a majority of the people, especially on Twitter, really like Rarity in the game. So they're gonna pick a random skin, and they're not going to bring it out until people are hyped up for it and they'll actually buy it. Like, when I made that video about Recon Expert, a lot of people had no idea what that skin even was. Like, most people that play the game probably have no idea what Recon Expert is. It is one of the most mysterious skins, the fact that it's only been out 3 times, and I was also thinking about this too. I'm thinking like maybe they didn't bring it out because it didn't sell well, probably the least sold skin, like I said, but they didn't really give it a chance, right? Like, I can't imagine like First Strike Specialist or Infiltrator or any of those skins that first started sold very well either, but they kept bringing those back. So I don't know, maybe they got so low in sales on that skin that they were like, yeah, forget it, we're not bringing this out for a good while. You know what I mean? So the way Rarity should work in this game, which it does work, is it should be something completely random. It shouldn't be like, hey guys, we're gonna put out the Grimble skin for 1 day, you better get it quick or else it's gonna become rare. Like, they don't say that. They don't actually say that. It's a game of luck. You could get a rare skin if you bought a skin without thinking that it's going to be rare, and then it turns out to be rare, and that's all it is. Honestly, I like the way how they handle it, and I'm glad that Recon Expert is actually our rarest skin, because it's honestly a skin you wouldn't think would be super rare, but actually is. I just think it's kind of cool how they kind of handle the rarity in the game. And honestly, I don't mind Recon Expert actually being the rarest skin in the game. It's not the most visually appealing. It's a skin that hasn't come out in over a year. And that's it. Simple as that. So thank you for your comment. From Addiction Plays, he says, Sugarplum is a good skin. I actually agree. I think that the Sugarplum skin is a very good skin. I don't understand why people don't like the skin. But then again, I know a lot of people don't like a lot of the skins in the game. Like, every time I do an item shop video, a lot of people will say, oh, it's a terrible shop, it's a terrible shop. But I'm looking at the shop, I'm like, guys, this is actually good. Like, a lot of people in the Fortnite community have a lot of expectations, right? They expect the shop to be good 24/7. And like every shop isn't supposed to be good. But not only that, when I think a shop is good, most people think it's bad. And it's kind of bizarre how, you know, people rate the shop. Like, my rating, I don't know, I'm kind of getting into a tangent here, but like, in my opinion, I firmly believe that the Sugarplum skin is actually a pretty cute looking skin. The back bling, while it's okay, it doesn't really go with too much of my other outfits. I still think it's pretty alright. And the skin itself, I think, is adorable. I'm just saying. So that's just my opinion though. From Yeet to the Beat, he wrote, OG Fortnite only seemed good because you only remember the good things, not the bad. Old Fortnite had glitches as exploits that weren't good. There was also quality of life stuff that wasn't added till later seasons. Agreed 100%. Honestly, because like I said, I started in season 3. However, a lot of people seem to think like, oh, how could he talk about Fortnite if he's only started playing season 3? Because I watched a shit ton of live streams of very old gameplay from all the way back before season 1. I watched like Nick 830 streams almost all the time, all of his old streams, and I saw how the game looked and how it played. It did not play well at all. Like the motion blur was bad, you know, the lag was bad, the waiting time was bad, like the sound effects were bad. The graphics definitely weren't as polished as it was now. I don't know. It's just very... It's nostalgia. A lot of people see the old Fortnite and they're like, oh my god, it was so great back then. There was a lot of problems with it. From what I've seen, there was a lot of problems with it. And there's nothing wrong for liking a season for its faults just because it's old or whatever like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I do think that when people say, oh, I like this season because it was perfect, I think people need to realize that your favorite season isn't perfect, most likely. It's just not. It might be to you, but to the community, it's definitely not. From Venomize, he said, wacky items do not break the game. Balloons, bouncers, grapplers, etc. They make the game fun and unique. Agreed, but I'm going to counter-argument with you with this. They're fun to play with, maybe, but the problem with them is that they should not be in a competitive standpoint. Boomboxes should not be in competitive. Balloons shouldn't be in competitive. Grapplers shouldn't have been in competitive. Bouncers, yeah, I think bouncers should have been in competitive just because it takes a little bit more skill to use that. It's not just, oh, you use it, you click one click, and then you have an advantage. It's more like people use them to their advantages by getting out of the storm or surviving a fall from a build fight and stuff like that. Like, it took a little bit more risk to use some of these items. And in my opinion, competitive Fortnite should not have some of these items in the game. Balloons, grapplers, dynamite, grenades. Maybe grenades. But, like, everything else that just seems like a gimmick should not be in competitive, in my opinion. And I don't think many people are going to disagree with me on that. And I kind of want a separate rank system. That'll be a video near in the future. But yeah, thank you for your comment. From Bullwormy Boy, he says, Raptor is a bad skin. I'm not a fan of the skin either that much. I think it's okay for what it is, but in my opinion, it's definitely not my favorite skin. I wouldn't even put it on my top 50 if I'm being honest with you, but I can still appreciate the skin itself. I like the back bling a lot, actually, so yeah, I kind of understand where you're coming from. And that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know with a like because it helps out the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on the bell just to get all my latest uploads, and comment down below, what do you think about what I talked about today? What are some of your unpopular opinions? I would love to know. And also, guys, make sure to keep it civil. If someone has an unpopular opinion, don't attack them for having an unpopular opinion. Follow me on Twitter at ITalkFortnite. Join the Discord. Follow me on Instagram. If you would like to use me for support a creator, just use the word ITalkFortnite and you'll be supporting me whenever you buy something from the item shop. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all later. See ya.